Hi guys, welcome back to this channel. Thank you so much for tuning in for another video. Today I am going to be talking about my favorite books, but I'm only going to be talking about my top 3 that I highly recommend to everyone. The first book that I really recommend is called Little Fires Everywhere by Celeste Ng. This book is brilliant. I recommend it to absolutely everyone. I think Celeste is a very different author from ones that I've read in the past. I think that her style of writing is so unique, and I really enjoyed this book. So it essentially is set in the 90s in a town called Shaker Heights, Ohio, and it follows this very wealthy, affluent white family who are the definition of white suburbia, and they have a duplex which they rent out to low-income families. And eventually this low-income single mother and her daughter move into the duplex and become the Richardson's tenants. And it just follows how those two families' lives intertwine and how they are so different. I think this book is very captivating, and I just couldn't put it down because I think it has a perfect mix between suspense and predictability, where you kind of know what's going to happen, but then there is that sense of suspense. The second book recommendation that I have is called Normal People by Sally Rooney. I could honestly talk about this book and this show forever. I think it's one of my favorites of all time. It essentially is about this Irish girl and boy who live in a very small town who are very different. Connell is the boy who's very popular. He kind of fits the jock stereotype, while Marianne is quiet, keeps to herself, doesn't really have many friends. And it's just about them. One day they strike up a conversation. They learn that they are very similar but very different, and they basically fall in love. It is, if you're familiar with books, you would know that these romance books all have a trope. So this one fits the right person, wrong time trope, which is very heartbreaking to read, honestly, but I think that it's just beautiful. So it's just about them like falling in love and how they can't be together because the timing is just not right. As they're going to they graduate, go to college, they're not going to the same college. But I think it's very good. This book also got turned into a TV show, but again, I recommend reading the book before reading or watching the show, just because the book obviously has a lot more details, which the show did not cover. So yeah, I love this. I really recommend it. My last book recommendation is one that I feel like a lot of people have read because it's so popular, and the movie also was very big. This is called Gone Girl by Gillian Flynn. This book is just brilliant. The writing is incredible. I think that this author has a very interesting way in telling stories. This book is basically about this couple, and the wife finds out that her husband is cheating on her, and in hopes of getting revenge on him, she sets up a scheme where she basically frames her own murder. She basically puts up this whole show as if her husband has murdered her. She goes missing, she goes off the grid, she changes her appearance, and she basically becomes Gone Girl. And the husband is basically looked at as a suspect for her murder, as the timing all matches. She fakes diary entries, she fakes the crime scene, and she makes it seem like her husband has killed her. And it's so interesting because obviously her husband did not kill her, so it's like her husband's trying to get out of it, but he's the main suspect. And then the girl is just, Amy's just gone. She just fled, ran to another city, changed her looks, and I think this book is so interesting. I could not stop reading it. And this also got turned into a TV show, or into a movie, which was so good. It's on Netflix. But yeah, I think that this book is so good. It's very suspenseful, there's a lot of mystery, and it's great. So yeah, I really recommend this. And these 3 books I think everyone should read. These books kind of got me out of my reading slump. I stopped reading for a bit just because I couldn't find a book that I really loved, and then I came across these, and these got me back into my love for reading. So I really recommend these. That's basically all from me today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye!